Hi, I'm Emma Farrell and I'm here to talk to you today about these new carbon fins from Subgear. And these are the carbon S1 blades, and the first thing to notice is that unlike most carbon blades, they've got a lovely shiny side and then a very interesting rough side. Now, in terms of why this is so, I'm not really sure, but aesthetically it's very interesting. And what they've done here also is you'll see shiny side logo one side and then the other. So that's something that makes them, from a design perspective, quite distinct. The second thing to notice is that they're, compared to some carbon fins on the market, they're much shorter. Now this makes them much more suitable to someone new to finning because you have to displace less water. So it does make them slightly easier to use. But the real revolutionary part about these fins is the foot pocket, and particularly this bit of what looks a bit like kind of duct tape, which isn't, that fits over this part of the foot. And so what you're meant to do is you put the foot in, and this is actually really quite soft and pliable, and normally you will get the effect of the whole foot is using it to propel the blade, to propel you through the water. However, with these ones, the idea is that this band across here is very tight, and that's where you get the force from. So and you can get different bands for different size feet. So this is what is really quite different. Now I must say that it very much depends on your individual foot. The problem with my feet is that I have incredibly small, narrow heels. I can never keep kind of some shoes on. And so with me, I find that the back of my foot slips too much in here, but that is very distinctly to do with my feet. They can be quite challenging to put on, but once you've got them on, you can really feel this working. They are very, very light, and so when you've got them on in the water, it almost feels like you're not wearing them. And this is fantastic when you're swimming, for example, long distances on the surface to get to a dive site, or you're doing a lot of buddying, or you're buddying in the pool, or you're diving in the pool, because they are much easier to use than a much longer conventional carbon fin. And the other thing is that they don't have such big rails. They've just got these small rails here, but that is just simply to keep some of the water on the blade. It's not to do with the propulsion, which entirely comes from here. So I think that that's the main features of these carbon fins by Subgear. I think they're very much suited to someone who's new to freediving, someone who's doing a lot of buddying in the pool particularly, and if you're doing lots of recreational diving in the sea where you've got quite a long swim to do. But do check out the foot pockets to make sure that they will fit your foot properly.